And that is Backyard Supremacy 1.
Oh my gosh. Here it
I'm
is.
excited to watch this because it's you and me, pal.
Yes,
Real
it is.
quick, also, there was some other person that was on this show that we neglected to mention. FX from New Jersey was with.
Who'd he ever beat?
NFX.
Was
So
Probably me.
I definitely want to get to that whenever we get to my match with him later.
Okay. And so that would be the
There's
repurposed.
your boy.
Modal.
Oh, yeah, the
Control.
repurposed out of control entry.
It
Because
is, yeah.
that's I was like, okay, well, I want to
Little J.
I want this to be good. I want this to feel, different and special. And I was like, well, what do we have? How can we use what we have to...
Do we do that weird sorry, the
No, you're good.
the Hurricane Rana thing or the
Yeah.
weird head
Probably.
scissors. We do like a weird head scissors in this
We're
match.
about to find out.
Yeah.
No, so it's not. I don't know what the fuck to call it. It's not even a head scissors. It's just like
It's
you guys
weird.
both turn into one person and front flip for a half a second.
Yeah, it'll happen.
I think I did it a little. I went the wrong direction or something.
but
I
it
might
made
have
it
as well,
cooler.
though.
It like you were supposed to be doing what you did, kind of.
Not everybody was here yet, obviously.
No, that's another thing.
I forgot
was
about that.
super late.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
They were
that's right.
super late.
That's when the
because
song changed.
FX was in the car, and he needed...
Boom! Look at Dominic, first person to bump on the stage ever.
That was
Didn't
sick.
hurt at all, by the way.
You were
It
so
was
excited
soft.
for it.
I was.
First person to ever do that. We threw
So
the chain link
strong.
fence on there too.
I
just to
was
make it look
really cool with the back and the front of the head, but never the neck, I
That's
guess.
fair.
I guess, yeah.
Oh goodness.
FX was in the car and needed money, and then just figured, yeah, I live near Philadelphia. That's in PA. Never mind the fact that it is completely on the other side
Literally.
of PA. So I remember, Rick, you called them asking where they were.
Here it is. Here it comes.
Come here.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I slowed it down for you guys because I knew we would talk about it.
It's just weird that you came in straight on. You came in for a Hurricane Rana.
Everything
but
was
did a
backwards.
tilt-a-whirl head scissors.
I love it.
Yeah, I remember you called and
Tap
you asked
that.
where they were, and they said Philadelphia.
I am.
You're like, are you serious? You kidding?
Right.
And they
Yeah,
were
that looks like it
serious.
hurts.
That's all three of them taps. You guys remember this match?
Yeah. This is we.
Good match.
You're my boy, man. I used to love wrestling you more than
Yeah,
anybody in this whole. I'll wrestle you right now.
We did. We probably could still do a good match. Like I feel like we still have that weird like intro and chemistry. Yeah, that would put on a match.
Was this like the most pressure that you guys felt in front of other people?
No,
No?
I always felt most comfortable with you.
No,
like
if-
if I had no offense to any is, but I mean you lived down the street from me for
Yeah.
our whole lives, so that's all we did was just play on the trampoline.
Yeah, we wrestled each other 5 times a day. Like
Yeah.
ETW tape 1 through 11 is me and Josh.
Yep.
100 times. Like, that's what it was.
So you're telling me I need to find ETW?
Listen,
tape 1
although
through
those
11.
tapes are missing, and I know what I just explained doesn't sound important,
I want
but
it.
you need to see Mad Dog versus Little J at least 100 times
To get it.
to get exactly to understand why I'm tapping here.
Yeah.
you know,
we didn't
it's-
have to really call anything. Like this is probably a lot of the stuff we probably did here was it that when backyards collide.
Yes, we just would
match.
copy the beginning of
Yeah,
it
yeah,
usually.
yeah. We had our little dance. We
Yeah,
called it.
yeah.
So like had like a whole storyline within you guys that only you knew about, like everything going on in this match. Is
Basically,
that what
we
you're
had
saying?
like a pre-created match that we always wrestled, and it just had random things sprinkled in it. Like we'd always do the same 5 to 6 moves, right?
Yeah,
And
guess
like
so.
it would always start the same way, but then we just add little things we'd want, and that was our way of like.
it up.
Because people
like
would
it.
see
Get a
us and
little
like we would do
spice.
random stuff, and I
little zhuzh, you know?
I remember a comment like I was watching one of the videos. It was like a music video, and it was either me or you or me and JP that did a move, and I like flip, and I just hear someone go, "Dom's good," and I'm thinking in my head like, not really.
I mean,
You're
I'm
just-
alright.
Fake it till you
Accentuating
make
your
it.
Yeah,
strengths,
exactly.
your weakness. Now, real quick, to kind of counter what Rick asked, did this feel any different performing in a yard that wasn't Josh's, that wasn't JP's, in front of people that you didn't necessarily know, that we perceived to be the start of a big show? Either of you.
Kind of all of it. I would say that the only thing that kept this like from feeling way worse was that I was wrestling him, because
Right.
I'm like, okay, well, if I wrestle Josh, we know what to do, we can look good. But I definitely didn't. I never did any type of training, and I always kind of like scoffed at like the nuances of wrestling. So I had to kind of figure out how to go from trampoline dom to this version, because I was just expected to show up and wrestle. So all of that stuff amplified when it's not Josh, and then when it is Josh, it's like it's like a little safe bubble. He'd hold me, you know, and like cradle me.
That's
Because you
would.
guys actually did wrestle each other on the base. That would have been ETW versus KPW. You guys wrestled each other. So
we
what
probably
was
wrestled
the
each
first
other
time?
so many times.
But I mean, it was like a different area. So if there was that comfortability,
I would say this had like the same, almost big fight feel as like Out of Control did.
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as like the day goes, like,
But
it was
not
an
as
important
big.
day.
So
Not
you're-
as big. I
okay.
was like the most important day of my life.
Right, and you were a little younger too, so yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Right.
but because there wasn't really a lot of people there at this time, right?
Right,
This was like
correct.
before everybody kind of got there.
So that's like kind of the story that we were getting at while the watch along was going on. But like, FX lived in New Jersey, and Ohio decides to drive from Ohio through Pittsburgh to New Jersey to pick up FX and to drive him back to Pittsburgh all on day one.
Wow.
Yeah. When
Forgot about that shit show.
Yeah, and DC Doom was like, yeah, I'll do it. Like, nicest guy in the world. That's why, so you'll see a lot of him in these, but he's just such a good dude. He helped me out during my return from JAS. Like, my car ran out of gas because they pointed me the wrong direction to a gas station, and I'm like just driving until the car goes on E. I'm on the side of the road. He's the only person that answers his phone. He's like, stay there, I'll find you. He's
as if you could drive away.
Right, yeah. I mean, obviously, right? Yeah, good point. Fucking fills up a gas can, finds us like a half an hour later, fills my car up. He's like, go ahead, bud, get home safe. And I'm like, can I give him some money or something? He's like, nah, dude, have a nice trip. Like, I'm sorry they pointed you the wrong way. And like, I'm like, well, then you get good bookings at BYS. Like,
There it
step
is.
one, have
Be
a good show.
He knows how to
Step
play
two,
the
be
game.
my friend.
What's
Right.
that kid's name we were talking? Yeah.
Josh, DC Doom.
No, the other kid with the
Cody
podcast.
Shadow Jake.
Take notes.
Dang.
No.
Answer your phone.
Yeah,
When
honestly.
Yeah.
And me and Ed were really excited when this match happened because we're like, these dudes are with us now. Like, we're all together.
Dominic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we
It's
were,
official.
all the situations were
Did
coming
you guys
together.
look at each other, give a little wink?
It's
like,
so
we
crazy
made
that
it?
I
No,
knew
we
none
just
of
went
this.
and gave each other the old left-handed. You know?
All right.
Like, I didn't know that we were there to try to, like, infiltrate.
Yeah, right.
I didn't know that this
I don't
was a
think I
big
knew
day
that.
for Josh. I didn't know that you were excited. I was just there to eat Burger King.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
That was a really
Crazy.
good part of
Like, I
wrestling with you
definitely
guys.
enjoyed it, but, like,
Glad you guys love Burger King as much as we do.
I don't know if I remember the context.
I
Maybe
feel
I'm missing
like,
it.
I feel like I may have told you the idea, but just like, you know,
Slid off, like-
you know, you're just a pawn in this chess game.
Yeah.
So why, you know, you
That
needed
probably
your
helped
role.
me, though. That
Yeah.
probably helped me feel more comfortable. Oh, this is the day from all the pictures.
Right. Yeah, talk out
I
loud.
forgot
Yeah,
Brian
talk,
was in
Ed.
the crowd.
That's
Look at that
Dream.
one.
I was sick. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Rick,
Who's the bigger dude?
That was
Dream.
Dream.
Oh,
Where'd he come
Well, let's
from?
not confuse the
KPW,
audience.
Dream and
That's Lil
Animal.
Ryder. That's not Ed, right?
No,
I felt like we almost went down that path.
Right. Absolutely.
Rick, do you remember who picked the color scheme of neon blue?
I did. It was my favorite thing.
I was
on
going to
there.
ask. That must have been you because I did the.
Yep.
JP, I think you maybe helped me paint the entranceway on my front porch.
Yeah.
After school, and then we kind of like kept the neon blue
Janice.
Yep.
theme, and then like we did the Jackson Pollock concept. Because I think the graphic I had made at that point,
Yep.
or vice, one of them influenced the other.
Yep.
Clearly,
Yeah, that was my favorite color on earth. I wanted everything. Like, that filter that I made to start the show is because in real life I was looking at this show through that filter. Like, just fucking Carolina Tar Heel blue,
did he
and my
kick you in the
world's
head?
nothing but good
In the
things.
face.
You know?
I also wanted to point out that the dramatic revelation of the entranceway
Was so good.
That's pretty cool, especially because how simple it is versus how elaborate it got for BYS4.
Yeah.
And then we kind of, in a way, oh, look at that.
How does Kevin and JP have the same body language?
Yeah, dude, that's what was so crazy because this match was kind of booked on the fly.
So
I remember this
good.
getting really over though. Like everybody
Yep.
was really into
It's
this match.
so
This
good.
was a good match.
I don't remember this.
18, man.
Yep.
Dude, this is a
The champ.
Yeah.
It's funny how like BYS4 it's like, yeah, we need to go hard, and then come BYS5 it's like, we don't need to try so hard. We're here.
Right?
And
We're
they
here.
didn't give a shit about the entranceway
Yep.
at all.
We're going to Eaton Park after this,
Yeah,
guys.
right.
We
Yep.
We definitely did go to Eaton Park after
JP, that was
BYS5.
a beautiful moonsault and
Thank
high
you.
leg kick.
Yeah.
Thank
This
you.
is a
then boom!
phenomenal match.
Oh, man.
Love it. Dude.
Busted
I
lip?
fucking love when these guys wrestled. These guys wrestled each other at SCAW
Yeah, I was gonna say they're
versus
in the triple threat.
KPW.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys were familiar somewhat.
I really liked wrestling him because he's a ridiculous athlete.
Yep.
Yes.
I agree with that very much.
Yes, I
Wasn't
used
he
to
a
always.
collegiate wrestler or something?
I would always try to like shoot wrestle him in the ring just for fun.
Yeah.
And he would whoop my ass.
it's
he's
him.
a
Always,
freak.
yeah.
Did you do that with someone else too? Was it Devin?
It might have been, yeah. Because I mean, that was like one of my things. Like I wanted to prove that I could like out wrestle someone, and he. Oh my God, did he win?
Dude, he's a freak. He's an absolute freak.
I remember
The Jimmy versus the Jimmy. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Whenever we booked this match, it was just because of the names. And then whenever we actually saw him in person, we were like not quite sure how it was going to go. But let me tell you, this is actually pretty fucking good.
Yeah, he was an amazing wrestler.
And Jimmy P was fine sometimes. Like, he was a bit of a hard ass, but like whenever it came to doing stuff, he wasn't the worst. Like, he wasn't Deke the Freak, that's for sure.
Honestly,
he had a good attitude with it. You know,
not to beat a dead horse, but like this is a perfect example. Like Jimmy Nutter came in and he's wrestling Jimmy P.
Exactly.
Like who is Jimmy P? And like look what he does with
he made
it.
the best of it.
Right.
Yeah. And this was also like the first time. Now I think about it, the first time I had seen the KPW guys since that KPW versus
SCAW.
Yeah, I want to say, and Nutter had lost a ton of weight, and I legitimately didn't even recognize him. He cut
Oh,
his
yeah, I
hair.
forgot he used to be a big fat
he was
fella.
big, he had big hair. I was like,
He's a stud.
I
though.
was so
He is.
Good.
confused. I was like, who are
Yeah.
you, man? Good for you. Good for you.
His YouTube channel is fantastic too.
Yes, he's been watching
Very
the
fun
podcast. He's been talked about a lot in this one, so I hope he watches
Yeah,
again.
nothing but love for
Yeah.
James.
We've only talked like a little bit of shit.
Missed
Like,
that guy.
That's another thing though about like not liking your booking. If you're an actual professional wrestler and you get booked to be on some show that's in another state, 2 states away, you may not know who you're going to wrestle. You may not like who it is either, but you're going to do it and kind
and that should feel fun and adventurous.
Right.
chicken salad and chicken shit, isn't that the same?
I can't believe I got to wrestle fucking
I remember
garbage
we
can.
put the fence. I don't know where we got the fence from, but we laid it down, and I remember
Who's
and
in?
how slippery the fence was on that platform.
Yeah, who is Animal?
Who the fuck is Animal?
We're all asking. We're
Don't
all...
talk about it.
Who the fuck is Animal, dude? Animal was the 5th KPW guy. It was Scott
I
Brumley,
remember.
James Nutter, Genocide,
I saw his
Animal,
face.
and Dream.
Does he have a real name?
I don't know.
I only ever knew them as Dream and Animal.
That was the only time he ever came.
The only time he ever came.
He showed up.
Unfortunately.
All right, so Quinn hits this backflip here.
Oh no!
Because he had never done this before, right?
He had
You
never
wanted to go
done this
big,
before.
but-
This is why they say don't try this at home. This is exactly why they say
And
that.
let me
Oh,
also
my
just
God.
point out that at no point, at least in ETW, when we had a goddamn trampoline, was Quinn ever the flippy guy. Never.
Dude,
He
the
gained a lot of
funniest
nerve. He just didn't gravitate towards the talent side. He
the
just got-
funniest part about all of this right now for me is that it makes so much sense. I have no idea what's about to happen.
well, buckle up because
It's pretty awesome.
He was
This is
so
the Brock
stoked about
Lesnar
this.
of our show.
He was like talking this up
Here
all
it is.
before the day.
Here we go.
Here we go. Oh my god, that could have been so bad.
That should have been our
lucky.
logo.
Why did he try to do that?
He's lucky that the bottom
just
half of
laying
his
there,
body
dude.
is like 3 times the length of the
Bless
top
his heart.
half.
You know what? Props to him. The dude believed in himself. He had no reason to
Honestly.
believe in
The
himself.
biggest problem was he was just too damn tall. Like he had
Hey,
the
we lowered
motion, he had the speed, he had the distance. He was just too tall. Like,
And the moxie.
Let's rewatch it because I actually want to see his technique. Now he didn't really commit to it.
it was that arm.
Oh yeah, he bailed.
He hesitated. he practically did it, but he doubted himself
Fucking
in that
awesome.
last second. And to be fair, shooting star press is terrifying.
Yeah.
It's so hard
I've
to
only
do.
done one once in my life, and okay, so at this point, now they had shown up, and
They
it's
finally
nighttime.
show up. It's not.
I had to wrestle at night. God damn it! Sorry, that's not in the quote.
Was there a long waiting period to start again? I don't remember.
Yes, there was. I remember specifically we had so much time to kill, and we had all the tires left over. We're like, well, let's put the tires back on the base.
Yep.
And we fucked around with it. We're like, all right, let's take them off.
Yep.
And they still weren't here.
Yep.
There were so much. And then when they showed up, it was nighttime. So
And
like,
we
what
were
do we
ill
do?
equipped to handle wrestling in the woods at night in
Way to go get your car.
We got mine and DC Doom's car.
Yeah,
and
I
drove
remember
them both
that.
into the woods.
Which we never had even considered at that point.
Right, it
Yeah.
wasn't even a thought of a possibility, but it's like we could try, and it worked. We got 2 angles of headlights, and we're in the woods. And like of all the times the cops probably could have showed up, this one, I guess nobody noticed or whatever. Maybe the apartments just didn't care and let us do our thing. But
And to be completely honest, how cool is it that we resorted to, the fact that like we're gonna wrestle, we're gonna find out how to do this, we're gonna make this work.
Yes.
And it's funny because like we could have very easily deviated from what you had booked and done other matches in between time just to do stuff. We probably went and got food and stuff like that. But we could have got more footage out of it, right?
Right.
But no, we stuck to what we had, and we're like, we're gonna wait until they show up, and then we're gonna fix this problem that we're presented with by driving 2 cars into the field, and it looks so cool. It's unfortunate that we didn't get to see it too often,
right?
Because of the angle, but like the shot of the 2 cars like that, it just looks so cool to me. Like, what's more backyard wrestling than that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, you needed to do something, and you needed backyard wrestling is like so makeshift, So you just were like, well, let's get some lights back here.
Yeah. Right.
And it was cars.
Yeah, they showed up so late that Brandon didn't even wrestle day 1 of BYS1, which is crazy for me to think about.
What was it, like a 10-hour round trip?
Yeah, forever, right? And everybody else in the car wrestled but Brandon. Even so much to the point where when FX showed up, I was like, dude, we ain't got to wrestle. And he's like, I just drove from New Jersey to here. I want to wrestle.
How did you feel about this match? Did you like it?
I thought it was all right, but, dude, we didn't plan a single spot. Every single second of this was on the fly.
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, I was going to say, how could you?
Yeah.
He just showed up.
And like, I didn't want to do it, and he did, so the whole thing's on the fly. We never even met each other until an hour before this.
Now, do you remember who Brandon was supposed to wrestle with?
No?
Huh.
No.
Wonder if he does.
Yeah, that's weird.
Uh-oh. Cookie alert.
Yo!
I thought, for some reason, my first thought was there was a spider behind it. So much better than a spider.
Pass those things out.
Fucking best leg drop ever off the base.
You just throw them on the...
Yeah.
Just throw him on the floor?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Do what we gotta do.
Oh, this is the old running boy, I think.
Man,
Or did I
was gonna say
miss it?
something really dirty, but I'm gonna save it.
You can splurge.
We could all stand around this tray of cookies. You know what I'm saying? Put a little icing on them.
Are you talking about Ookie Cookie?
Come on now.
Ookie Cookie.
I sure am.
I've explained that game to people who don't know what it is.
I think Mifflin Man.
Well, we could show them. We have a lot of cameras.
Oh boy, what's about to happen?
Count me out for the next 10 minutes.
Rick, that was a move I was actually not really willing to take.
The
Is this-
backstabber.
Yeah, I
Is
didn't
this
like
the first time? I'm sorry.
No, that was it.
Is this first time we all met FX?
Yeah.
Because I remember we were all like infatuated with
Yeah.
him after this.
I
And
really
then-
liked him.
And then we met him again. We were like,
I don't remember that part.
he was like special effects here, and now he's just like a fucking sparkler. Now,
Day 1 main event of BYS1.
Is that my
Hack
belt?
Edgerman versus the guy who saved me on the side of the road. That was your belt for the
Hell
first
yeah.
time. That made its debut.
So you were the first one to hold it in
Yep.
SWC.
SWC.
It's all alphabet soup.
Yeah, I only remember half of them.
SWC is the important letters.
Man,
She
we
made
really
one
should
plate
have
for
duct
you,
taped
and then the
that
rest were for
tarp
us.
down.
So
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of memory of this match. Like,
You didn't
I
like it.
remember it
did a
happening,
lot of
and
things with the base.
You
Name 3 of them.
I
Like
remember you didn't
disinfected
like it.
every now and again.
we had a plan
Yeah,
really
that thing
fast.
was
None of us got
disgusting.
sick. Ring
Yeah.
around, nothing.
that's how you think you got the name Sick Rick.
I do like that front nose.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is where the cooties started.
Hack Edgerman. He was hacking up a lung. I don't think I can keep going.
I guess that was my attempt at a big bump for the show.
Did Josh's car die after this, or was that your car, Rick?
I don't remember.
Okay, that was probably Josh's then.
Yeah.
because the
In music
battery
video
died.
form, it looks pretty decent. It's not horrible.
What, the
This
match?
match, yeah.
I mean, I just remember you being upset after it was over.
I probably just didn't like the way I thought it
Probably
went.
because you didn't have that much time to plan it.
Yeah, that too, and it was dark out.
Wait, what planet were we on?
That was it.
Oh, wait! FX! Is he in this match?
Oh fuck! I forgot about that.
What?
No, he just interfered.
Oh, you wrestled one day too.
Yep. No. Yes. Yes. But no, he attacked DC Doom though, so that wouldn't.
He
make any
helped
sense
Ed.
anyway.
Oh, because he wanted the title. He wanted
Right.
to wrestle Ed for the title. There you go. Made it make sense.